This is Make It Now with Linda Lang. This is something that I have done with a lot of my pictures. We have photo albums and such, but sometimes I would like things to stand up. This one, I want to show it to you. This is me as a baby. My mother made all 6 of us girls with a cutout like this on a stand, and she had them along her kitchen area for years and years and years and years. That's why it's a little faded and a little dingy looking, because it's been in her house for at least 60 years. We're going to make one of these, okay? Now, in this particular case, she used a chipboard. Now, a chipboard is a piece of board that you can actually find on the back of tablets of paper, and they're a little thicker. They're not just a regular cardboard. And by the way, she didn't have a scroll saw. She cut it with an X-Acto knife all the way around. I mean, that's what she did, okay? We have tools to use today. So what I'm going to do is show you how to make this without using a scroll saw or a chipboard. I'm going to show you how to make your own chipboard. And we're going to use it with cardboard. And you can use it with your cereal boxes or some cardboard that you got. And not real thick corrugated cardboard. It has to be flat cardboard, and I'll show you that in a minute. Now, this is what I did do. I made one of my son, and it's just in a little one. And I'm going to show you how to make this little box, this little square thing. You just, use a little bit of a saw and just go zip and make a slit. Okay? And then this is my little granddaughter too. So I made one of her. And I did use a chipboard. It's a little thicker board. This one is really thick. You see the difference. But it doesn't matter as long as it holds and stands. And the other thing you want to keep in mind is on the bottom, you don't want it to have it be real thin. You want it to have some width here. It holds better. This one is a little narrower, but I made a narrow little square that goes onto it. And it stands just perfectly. This is the picture we're going to do today. So let's get started. What you need is a picture, some scissors, some glue, and some cardboard. How easy is that? I think everybody has all that. All right, so the first thing I want to do is fussy cut this. That means to just cut around the picture. So I already scanned it in because this is an original photo. By the way, it's so much nicer to use an actual photo for this project. I printed this one on my computer, and it's a little grainy. If you have a nice computer to print pictures, then go for it. I don't have one. So I go to the Staples and have them do for me. So I'm just going to cut this out a little bit outside of the picture so I don't cut into the picture at all. Give yourself a lot of extra room around the outside of stuff, because we're going to actually glue it down, and then we're going to nail file and sand the edges right into the picture so it looks like it's part of the chipboard. It looks really good, you'll see. Okay. Now, isn't that adorable? Wouldn't that be good in a stand? All right. So now let's get started on the other piece. And all we have to do is get a nice piece of cardboard this size. Okay, so I found some cardboard. It's just cardboard, but it doesn't have the corrugation inside. It's just something in some packaging that I had. So I have enough to make 3. I need to make 3 of these. So let me get them ready. I'm just going to cut them out like this. Make sure my picture can fit inside each one. Okay. And now if you look at, and if you put these three together, it makes a really nice thick chipboard. And I'm going to show you how to make it to where it looks like one piece, not three pieces stuck together. So what you want to do first, and this is going to be fun to do, and is you put your picture down here, take a pencil, and just draw all the way around it. And the good part about having a photo, it's a little thicker, so it's easier to draw all the way around without going onto the picture. There's that. I'm going to do it on all three. And so all we're going to do is cut it out now. The best that you can, get it to its exact drawn line. Don't let it get bent. Try not to bend the cardboard inside. I'll cut this one out and then I'll cut the other ones off screen. Don't use your material scissors. I'll tell you why, because you're going to ruin your scissors with this project. Okay, there's one. Now I'm going to cut the other two and I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. They're all cut. Okay, some of them aren't like, oh, they're kind of wobbly. They don't look exactly right. That's okay. Go ahead and glue them together now. And you want it to be glued together and let it sit half an hour or something like that, with something heavy on top, like a book, okay? So, first of all, let's get the glue started. You can use white glue, you can use any kind of glue. This I use Berry Art Precision Craft Glue. I also use art glitter glue, and I think I put some art glitter glue in here. It really sticks well, but whatever glue you have is fine. It'll spread out, and that's good. And then a little in the middle. And the interesting part is really fun because you just kind of do this. Kind of make sure all the edges are got lots of glue, and you just keep doing it until you get into the right place. So make sure everything is together, at least the top. You know, at least the top is together as best as you can get it. Okay, there's that. Now do the same thing with this one. And again, you go to the edge, and then I take this and I swish it around a little bit. I swish it around so that it really gets the edges good. See? Make sure it gets, and if it goes over the side, that's okay. You're going to wipe it off. So just want to make sure all the glue is all the way to the edge. All the way around. That's very important. Okay. Now all I'm going to do is set a heavy book on top of it and let it sit for about 10-15 minutes. Now I will remove the book off the top. Let's take a look at this picture. It goes right on top of that like that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh, it's going to be so cute. Then, you notice how I have a little bit of you know, hanging over on the bottom. The bottom doesn't matter because it goes into the block, but you're going to want to make sure all these edges are good. But before you do that, because you want to do it all together, you want to glue the picture to the top and let that sit as well. So let's do that right now. And this, you might want to use your finger to rub the glue around. Just use your finger. You can always wash your finger off. Make sure the edges are just totally glued down. And then put this here. There. The best that you can. Get it all in there. Now, again, if there's a little sticking out, don't worry about it. We're going to fix that. When this is all done, just make sure your picture is in there. Glue fragment on here. And put the book back on. And I'll be right back. Alright, now I'm going to remove the book off the top. And now I have this cute cutout. I mean, you don't have to do anything with the edges, but look, you can just set it. I can try this one. And I can set it right in here, like that. Look at that. You can actually paint this. I had my granddaughters paint their own little squares when they were here. And that's all there is to doing it. So when you want to make it completely one piece, now this is when you use your file. And you just simply go this way, not up this way, away from the picture, because then the picture can blend into the back as well. So this does this, and when you do this, I'll show you what this looks like. It turns into one piece of chipboard. You see the difference between this and this? I don't know if you can see that. But then, you know, you do this and it just fills in all those little fibers, fill in and make it into one piece of chipboard. Now over here, you'll notice that I have a little bit more along here. Now, you can leave it like that because it looks fine, or you can use a little bit of an X-Acto knife and cut it down a little bit more, or just continue to file it down, which I'm going to do. I don't want to cut. I have a feeling I might cut into the picture, and it looks fine. Because the file actually gets rid of that extra. You see how it's already molding into the face? I'm going to just sand off the back so that it's not anything sticking out on my fingers. You know, just kind of work it. You'll see when you need to turn it over and do some more on the back a little bit. Straight, make it nice and smooth. That's it. That's all there is to it. Then, of course, you would get a, you know, a 1 by whatever. And I'm not going to do this part of it. And then this slides in like that. So here's the finished product. I have a piece of board. I stained it and dug out a pretty thick slit here because this one's a little thicker. And then I put it on here. Make it now with Linda Lang.